Through the scope. This is Queese. Appreciate everybody's been rocking with the channel, supporting and subscribing. Hey yo, any of y'all check that Bucks game out? I don't know how the hell you lose a game like that. Like damn, like yo, to lose a game like that, I don't even know what to say. Yo, like how you up like 7-8 with like 40 seconds left and lose in that fashion, dog. Like y'all already fought to put in OT. You on the road. And the crazy thing how the NBA always works is the dude that bring you back and is the reason y'all in the game always end up being the same person that cost y'all the game. Gary Trent, 2 turnovers, costly, man. I feel bad for Giannis, man, because that's a tough way to go out. But through the scope, man. This episode here, man, after watching that game and seeing a lot of reaction that a lot of the fans are doing and the media have been doing leading up to this game, and even they were doing it with another player that I'm gonna mention too shortly too as well. We get into the situation here where the fans of the NBA are hypocrites, man. Like I never seen such a fan base that line people up, literally just line these people up, get you in the sites. Advise you to do something, then line you up when you do it. What I'm talking about is I'm seeing everybody telling Giannis, yo, it's time to go. It's time to leave, man. Like, you got to get out of Milwaukee, bro. It's just not going to happen. You in your prime. Go somewhere else and go win, man. Go team up with somebody, man. Go to LA. Go to Houston. Go somewhere else. Team up with another good group of cast and win that way. But don't we praise guys who stay with their team the whole way through, and guys who don't really switch teams, and guys who fight through adversity? Ain't that what everybody want to use to knock other players? They want to hold their guys up because they did that. But as soon as we see some of these superstars lose in a disappointing fashion, the first thing we say is gotta get out of here, gotta go, time to leave. Everybody play a role. The media play fantasy all throughout the year. Anytime there's any turbulence, they say, oh, I'm hearing he wants to go here. I'm hearing he wants to go there. Or he's definitely getting traded there in the summer. I'm hearing from his family he wants to go. The whole way through, that's all people do. And then they get mad for the player empowerment when guys hop around. But they was all suggesting that they hop around throughout the year. It's the weirdest thing that I've ever seen. In Giannis' situation, I took a look, and obviously with Dame probably gonna come back by 2027. Man, gonna be like 36 at that point. He on the back end of his career. He's already not a good defender, so the older you get, you definitely gonna get worse in that area. For him being a small guard, and if his offense takes a step back, then obviously you're looking at a shell of a player. I get that, and then you got their money is kind of tied up. And a lot of guys they have. They got Kuzma, who clearly his value has shown. Like he's even being post from the Wizards and not playing winning basketball. He got put in a winning situation and still didn't make the most of it. So obviously his value is what it is now. Not that really good, just a regular role player. And you look at the outlook of the Bucks, you don't really see them as being a contender anytime soon. Just from looking at it, I understand that. But if I'm in Giannis' situation, I'm dealing with a team who at least it didn't stand still. Like I'm dealing with a team who's consistently trying to make moves to make us better, or at least they care about putting me with guys that they think will be a good fit, and guys that I might essentially agree with. That you look on the outside, we'll still be contenders on paper, and then it's up to us to put the right pieces together. Swapping out Drew for Dame. In hindsight, obviously it was a bad choice. But you're basically trading defense for offense. Now we know defense wins championships, but Drew is not able to put the points up that's needed when you go against these high power offenses like Boston and things of that nature. And Milwaukee is not built with a team that's just full of A-list defenders. So you take a drop off there on scoring. So you think replacing him with Dame, the ceiling will still be the same. Like you're replacing him with a guy who can get 30 on any night, who can take the load off of Giannis and make it a lot easier for him to do what he got to do. Hard to help when you can kick out the Dame on the corner. What really messed them guys up is Middleton him needing whole new ankles is what really messed him up. Because if you could have got Middleton that was there from that Phoenix run when they won the championship, that Middleton, that who was outplaying Giannis in some of the playoff games, you pair that with Dame and you pair that with Giannis, and then you got something. Replacing Middleton with Kuz because Middleton couldn't stay healthy is really what really messed him up. And as good as Brook Lopez is, he shouldn't really be starting at this point. I mean, he's just way too inconsistent, at this point. But if I'm Giannis and I'm in Giannis' shoes, I'm looking at a team that's constantly still trying to make moves to get me there. Now, we might go through some tough years. Kobe had to do it. When Shaq left, Kobe went through some very dark years when that Lakers team was not good. He looked to the left of him. He see Smush Parker. And then he look over. He see DJ Benga. Like, he looking at dude, Chris Mims. Like, dudes that wouldn't even sniff a roster. Like, sometimes you got to fight through that a little bit. I mean, LeBron, when he was in Cleveland, look at some of the teams he had to drag. And they ended up going to the finals, and they ended up winning 50, 60 games. But J.J. Hickson, Joe Smith, these are guys who you ain't really looking at these guys. And, these guys are dependent on LeBron doing everything for them. Verjao, Yagauskas, these are guys who are dependent on him making every single move. Mo Williams, one-time All-Star. I see a lot of revisionist history with that. People acting like Mo Williams was that dude. He had one good year. But these guys had to go through and fight through that. It might be a year or two, and Giannis again is not in contention. But it's not like the Milwaukee has failed Giannis every year. The year they lost the year before, Giannis got hurt. And he missed 3 games versus the Heat. And by the time he came back, they were already down. He wasn't really 100% and they lost. Injuries is not the player fault, but it is the player fault. Right? Like, at the end of the day, Giannis going to looking like I wasn't available. You know what I'm saying? And the year before that, they could have won and they folded. As far as not won the finals, but, the series they got eliminated, they very capable of winning that, and they lost again. So I don't see a situation where the roster is always an issue. They just didn't get it done. And whether injuries or things popped up, that's what really makes it so hard to win. It's not like in the Heat situation where Jimmy doesn't really have a number 2. What Hero and Bam showed me this year, they is not number 2s. They 3s at best. Bam is a 15-10 guy on a 17-10 guy on most nights. But if I need him to lead, I ain't rolling. Hero, he just don't got it, man. Like, he could get hot. Trust me, he get hot, get 20, 30, but he don't got that it factor. He don't got that edge that he need. The fact Garland called him out like that, they know he's sweet. He's sweet. He's sweet. Nobody really worrying about Tyler Hero, man. So it's not a situation like that where the man is begging for help and nothing is coming through. Like, they try to make moves. The biggest disservice they did to him was against Doc Rivers. The jig is up, man. We got to add this to another list of choke jobs that his teams have done. Another list, another one for Doc Rivers, man. This guy, man, I don't know how he keep getting these jobs, but it's weird though, man. We champion one thing, but then suggested any chance we get when a superstar doesn't win. They ain't gonna win every year, dog. That's just how it is, man. I don't understand what you know what I'm saying. They ain't gonna win every year, and I know their outlook looks bleak. But sometimes you just gotta watch things play out, man. Sometimes guys request trades to certain places, and I've seen some of these teams work some magic, man. Just let it play out. But Giannis obviously is going to weigh it out heavily this summer. But, I think for him, if it's not a situation where you could build your own narrative, your own legacy with a team that's not familiar with winning, if it's not Houston, then don't do it. If it's not Houston, then anywhere else, you're going to be like a bus rider bull. Everything he's standing against and people used to hype him for, he going to go right back to that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Fans it's kind of weird where they do that, man, with some of these guys, man. Let them go through the trial and tribulations. He got past his rite of passage years. The rite of passage years to me is your rookie, the first 5-6 years you in the league. During that time, you can't complain about what's going on. especially if you're a high pick. You got drafted to a team who wasn't really good to begin with. So you got to deal with that losing for a couple of years, and it's up to you to enhance your game and take some of the guys you have and enhance them as much as you can. After that, you could do what you may, do what you got to. You could complain and kind of throw your weight around and, take a little bit more of a build your team type of role. That's cool. I'm cool with that. But, it's to lose this way is tough. But I definitely don't, recommend, it just people was doing that all year, man. They was talking about as soon as they went into turbulation with when him and Dame started off slow. They was like Golden State, Giannis going to Golden State. Like that's all everybody do. Fans, media, like, do y'all really hate player empowerment? Do y'all really hate that? I don't think y'all do. Cause the way y'all be quick to throw these guys off to other teams, I don't know if y'all really hate that. I think player empowerment is like load management, like a lot of fake outrage. Especially when y'all see what some of these teams do to their coaches and their players, whether it be Luka getting traded out the blue, or coaches getting fired a week before playoffs. Y'all know these owners ain't right. Y'all know these teams ain't right. So I ain't trying to hear all that, man. Stick it through. Like I said, Giannis, if you can't build your own legacy, man, stick it there, man. You were the team who at least trying to make the right moves. And I think Milwaukee's going to do whatever they can to keep you. They'll probably try to get as anybody as they can. But I don't think always trying to, leave soon as something you don't win each year, when some of those years was even on what I say is your fault, or at least part of it, right? You was on the court. You take blame in that too as well. So, this is Through the Scope, man. I just had to get my thoughts off on there, man. Everybody been playing these trade machines throughout the year. And one more guy, Jokic, they was doing that with Jokic too, man. Like when the Nuggets was down earlier in the series with the Clippers, everybody was like, Jokic, it's time to request out. Like, it's time. Like, I know they lost some key role players and they lost some guys who were vital to the team, but the core that won them that championship is still there. You could replace some of those guys as time goes on. They tried to do it with, a cheaper option because, the CBA ain't no joke. But now they're going to learn that they need actual guys, like this is what you go through as teams, man. The owners got to do their job. The players got to do their job. You meet at the middle. Sometimes the players don't do their job. They don't get released. You know what I'm saying? Stars don't get released when they don't do their job. It's all the pressure on the owners now. And if they don't deliver anything, like for Jokic and Giannis, if they don't see any changes this year, then all right, cool. But let's ask for more from our stars, man. Let's have these guys. Superstars are supposed to fight through all this, man. Ain't that what y'all want? Well, this is Through the Scope, man. Appreciate everybody's rocking with the channel. Support, subscribe, like. Appreciate everything. Peace.